back to my channel. So today what I'm doing is doing some like a tip series on Dollywood, because we just went to Dollywood, took a trip there, and it was super fun. Now Dollywood is in East Tennessee, so I'm just doing some top 10 tricks for them. Okay, so top 10 of Dollywood's must do for adults. So this could be young adults or just adults going by themselves, or really, you know, high school age students, whatever. It's just going to be for anyone who doesn't have young kids, or who are super elderly, or who doesn't like thrill rides, won't like this as well. This is going to be more for thrill rides, and just like what are the best rides to do there. Now we have been to Dollywood many times, so this is based off a bunch of trips, not just my most recent, because my most recent I do have my 2 kids with me, and so that definitely changes what I can do with them. So number 10, start number 10, is River Rampage. That is the like water raft ride that you go around and get wet in. Super good ride, love it. Number 9, the train. So the train's really good for everyone. It's a great time to just like relax. It's about a 30-minute train ride, and it goes all the way around the park, and it even goes up to the new part, so you can see any kind of construction that's going on. It also goes up to like little cabins and stuff, and gives you a good view of the mountains. They actually used to do like a gun, like cowboys and like attacking the train thing, but they kind of have stopped that. But during Christmas they have all the Christmas lights, so definitely a good thing to check out. So that was number 9, which is the train. Number, sure if they have actually closed this, because last time it looked like it was closed, and not because of the weather. So it actually may be closed. If it is, I'm sorry about that. But it's the Mountain Slide Winder. It's like a big water slide almost. You do not really get wet. You may get a little bit of spray in the face, but it's not a water ride. It's just like this big long like slide that goes all the way down the hill, but you have like 6 people, 5 or 6 people in it, and it goes really fast. Like, it is a thrill ride, so you can take your kids on it because it doesn't go upside down or anything, but it is quite fun and thrilling. It is, I will say, watch out though, there's a huge hill you have to climb first, so if you are not very fit, you will need to prepare yourself for the hill, but it is worth it. It's a really good ride. Number 6 roller coasters they have on the park, which is Tennessee Tornado. So that one has 3 loops. It's older, but it is still a good ride. I will tell you, after the 2nd loop, I tend to like black out just because there's so much going on there, because there's so many loops right there together. And then at the very end, make sure you kind of push back, because whenever it like slams stop, you could hit your knees if you're kind of tall like I am. Number 6, classic Blazing Fury. It is, fun fact, the only ride that stays open during thunderstorms at Dollywood. So if thunderstorms are happening, head there straight away, and you still get to have some fun riding it. But it's a really cool ride. If you don't know what it is a like slow moving ride. At least it's slow moving ride, sort of. It's a slow moving ride, like through like a little train ride in a sense. It's inside, it's in the dark, and the storyline is about like a little town catching fire. And there's some really creepy like animatronics in there, but it's old, it's classic. It's one of the original rides they've had at Dollywood, and there are 3 good hills in that, so it does tend to scare little kids. That's why I didn't really put it on that list, just because it's a lot of dark, a lot of fire, and then 3 big hills are pretty good. So still a thrill ride. I'm not saying you want to ride it a million times, but it's definitely something to ride if you've never ridden it before. Okay, number 5 is the Wild Eagle, another roller coaster. This one is like the first wing coaster in the United States or something, and it's cool because it's like you have the American Eagle top, and then out to the side on the wings is where the seats are, which is really quite neat. So if you can get one of those outside seats, just to really get a good view of it. Very smooth, one of the smoothest roller coasters I've ridden. It's a great roller coaster. You can watch all these POVs. They have them on YouTube, but Dollywood doesn't allow us to actually video on the rides themselves. I think just because that all happened around the time when that camera came loose at a different theme park and a ride came off the track, so they don't let you do that anymore. But then you have some that they have recorded, so just check that out if you want to see what it's going to be like. But Wild Eagle is less intense, I feel like, than Tennessee Tornado, but it's kind of scarier because it goes up on top of a hill before you drop down, so it gives you like an extra high lift. But I would say if you are scared, I feel like Wild Eagle like is maybe scary at the beginning, but then the actual ride itself is not that bad. Okay, number 4 is actually a family coaster. It's Fire Chaser Express. So even if you're really into thrill rides, it's a really, really good ride because it does not go upside down, but it goes forward, then it stops with some little like firework type stuff, and then actually goes backwards for a little bit. So it's a really great ride. But kids could definitely ride that, and my kids do as well. The problem is, and that's why it's not on my family list, I don't think I put it on there, is because if you say are taking 2 little kids, which is the one I'm kind of doing here, and the fact that I could not ride it when I have 2 little kids because I wouldn't have someone to wait with my other kid, because my other kid's like very little. So it is not on my family list, even though it probably should be. Get off of a parent with 2 kids, maybe just going by themselves or something, or a single parent or something like that. That's why I didn't put it on the list, because it's one of those you have to ride with somebody, but it is a really, really good ride. Number 3, unique ride, Mystery Mine. It's again a roller coaster. It's a thrill ride. The most thrilling part is where you go upside down for like a significant amount of time. Like it's not like a loop. It's like you go into a loop and then you just go like all the way across, then you go. So that's good. It also has like 90-degree going straight up. It's really quite interesting. I wouldn't say I ride it a million times again, but it's a very unique ride. So you've got to make sure, I would say, if you only ride one ride at the park and you're a thrill ride seeker, I would say Mystery Mine is one you'd want to hit because it's so unique and I've never rode anything like it. Number 2 is the brand new ride that they have just included at Wildwood Grove, and that is the Dragon Flyer. Now it is a family ride, and so it's supposed to be, it's a family ride, so it's supposed to be good for like everybody, but it is a lot faster than you would think. So like my 4-year-old was scared on it, but some 4-year-olds are really into it. So I would say like 6, 7 is going to be great for that, but it is a lot faster than you think it's going to be. But it is a great first hang beneath coaster for somebody because it doesn't actually go upside down, but it is quite quick. And number 1, which can be controversial, is the Thunderhead. It is a very, very large wooden roller coaster, and it kind of feels like you're out of control, but that is the fun. I absolutely love that ride. It is just a wooden roller coaster, so it's nothing like super, super special, but it does feel like you're absolutely out of control. So it is my most fun ride. I would ride it a million times, and I would never get tired of it. So those are my top 10 must-do things for adults who are going like on a trip by themselves, or for young adults. But again, these are for people who kind of like more of a thrill. My next video that I'll be putting out is the top things to do for families. So that would be with a parent with 2 young children, maybe that can't do certain things, someone who doesn't like thrill rides as much, or someone who maybe has some older people in your party that do want to ride some rides. Now some of it, like I do actually include a show as well, but there are shows as well as attractions at Dollywood, so it really is a great park for everybody. It is not Disney World, you know, because we do really love Disney World. It's not that, but it definitely has its place in the fact that it has some different types of rides. So thanks for watching. God bless and be adventurous. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.